in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. We're in the right place at the right time. We are just where we're supposed to be. We're in the right place at the right time. We are just where we're supposed to be. Oh, our souls are welcome here. Oh, our souls are welcome here. We are getting the message loud and clear. Our souls are welcome here. Oh, our souls are welcome here. Oh, our souls are welcome here. We are getting the message loud and clear. Our souls are welcome here. We are getting the message loud and clear. Our souls are welcome. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. Your soul is welcome here. Your soul is welcome here. Our souls are welcome here. Our souls are welcome here.
Good morning. Thank you so much. Welcome to Unity on the Bay, a positive path for spiritual living. I am Reverend Angela Ribeiro. I'm a ministerial intern here in this amazing community. It's an honor to be here with you. This is the very first time I'm doing the whole, more than I thought I was going to do. I thought I was just going to be the talk, and Reverend Hall told me yesterday, no, I'm not going to be there. You do the whole thing. I'm like, what? All right, here I am with you. Thank you so much for being here. Like I said before, Sunday is my favorite day of the week because I get to hang out with my best friends that are here in the community. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Woo! I'd like to invite you to share, talk about our core values. There you go. Diversity, generosity, gratitude, integrity, love, being spirit-led, and wisdom. So let's greet each other, and when you hear the bell, it's time to return to your seats. All right, let us return to our seats so we can open this service in prayer. This morning we're going to be dedicating the prayer to people who have been affected by the earthquake in Colombia, Venezuela, Indonesia. There is powerful and Spain. Okay, there's power when we come together in prayer. So let us offer our light and our prayer and our support to those who are struggling right now. And so I invite you to just close your eyes and bring your awareness to your heart. And just remember that right where you are, there is this beautiful indwelling presence. And as we recognize it within ourselves, it's easier to recognize it within those people who are struggling right now. So let us call forth this divine presence, this divine power, that it may offer them the peace, the guidance, the healing that they need to move through those storms that they are experiencing right now. There's nothing that we cannot do together as a community. We hold them in our hearts and we bless them with our love, envisioning the presence of God with them and knowing that where God is, all is well, in spite of their appearances. And so it is. I'm going to invite Sam up to the platform, our platform host, to share some important information here.
Thank you so much, Reverend Angela, and thank you all for being here. We are in for a treat, as Reverend Angela mentioned. Today is her maiden voyage, taking over the stage. I think definitely a round of applause. As she mentioned, she said, I wasn't sure I was doing the whole thing, and then I found out. I said, it's better that way. You don't have time for the nerves, and you are divinely guided, and we are so blessed to be here with you for this today. And is there anyone here for the first or second time with us in the room? Please raise your hand and let's give them a round of applause. We are so blessed and grateful to have you here today. You are in for a treat. It is a beautiful service. And if you are at home watching online with us for the first or second time, please follow the prompts in the chat or use the information down there below. And if you're here with us for the first time, please make sure to fill out that connection card and drop it off at the welcome table on your way out. We are so grateful that you are sharing in this morning with us today. And pay close attention because we've got some fun and interesting things coming up in our community. Everything that is mentioned this morning is going to also be on our app as well as the website. Okay. Get ready. Put your hand up if you love spiritual books. Okay. Keep your hand up if you'd love to host a book club. Okay. First service, there was a bunch of hands up. I am slightly to extremely disappointed here. And I know you're thinking about it and you were just shy to raise that hand, and that's okay. We love you. We see you. And if your internal hand was raised, even though your outer hand was not, you are in luck. Our next Spirit Group Book Club is gearing up for this fall, and we are looking for hosts. It can be either in person or online, so maybe that was your holdback. You weren't sure how it was going to be, so it can be either. And what is the book? Think. Transcendentalism. Ooh. Think. Henry David Thoreau. Finding Your Walden. How to strive less, simplify more, and embrace what matters most by Jen Tota McGivney is a self-help and literary guide. That's a lot going on, and I think when you let it sink in, it really resonates. It reinterprets Henry David Thoreau's 1854 classic, Walden, as a modern roadmap for handling digital noise, economic stress, and burnout through the core philosophy of paring down to trade up. And if we really think about that, all of the noise that goes on, figuring out a way and having a guidance to pare it down, to elevate your inner self, sounds pretty good to me. If you think you want to host a group to read and discuss this amazing book, please enroll by August 30th so you can host a group. And it's a really great opportunity to be in community with our peers, with our loved ones, with our fellow congregants in a different way where you really get to go deeper into spirit. And if that book sounds interesting to you and you want to dive in deeper and have a different experience, here is your chance to live the experience. Join us for your Inner Walden, a one-day retreat at the beautiful Koi Gardens in Homestead. Experience meditation, yoga, movement, nature, sound, and meaningful connection. And lunch will be provided. This is your call to step away from the noise of everyday life and connect with your authentic self and the divine within. So the date for that lovely, quiet meditation spiritual event is Saturday, September 19th. That's going to be from 10 to 4, as I mentioned, at the Koi Gardens in Homestead, which isn't that far, but really is like going to another planet outside of hustle and bustle Miami proper. Early bird registration opens today and will end on August 30th, so make sure to go ahead and sign up for that soon. And as I mentioned, food is included, so hurry up and book your spot for that. And that is it for announcements today. On to the wonderful Vittoria, who's going to sing a song that if you were born in my era, you will be very excited. So take it away.
Well, thank you, Sam, for stealing my talk.
Sorry. It's because I was dancing so much in the first service.
Everybody has a lane, okay? I'm going to do that. We're open and receptive to everything here at Unity, but stay in your lane. That's called boundaries. Okay. All right. Okay, good morning, Unity on the Bay. We are going to take you back to the 90s, so get ready to get up on your feet and move with us. And let's bring Vittoria right to the front of the stage.
Thank you. Yes, come on, stand up. We need to dance it out. It's coming.
What you want, just seize the day. What you're doing tomorrow's gonna come your way. Don't you ever consider giving up. You will find it all. It's a beautiful life. Oh, oh. It's a beautiful life. Oh, oh. It's a beautiful life. Oh, oh. I just wanna be here beside you. When you feel down, there's so many things there that's gonna lift you up. See the nature in bloom, a laughing child, such a dream. Oh, it's a beautiful life. Oh, oh, it's a beautiful life. Oh, oh, it's a beautiful life. Oh, oh, I just wanna be here beside you and stay until the crack of dawn. You're looking for somewhere to belong. You're standing all alone for someone to guide you on your way. Now and forever. It's a beautiful night. Oh, oh, I just wanna be here beside you. Hands up. We live in a different way. I'm gonna take you to a place I've never been before. Oh yeah. I'm gonna take you in my arms and fly away with you tonight. Alright, it's a beautiful life. Alright, it's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful night. Oh, oh, oh. It's a beautiful night. Oh, oh. It's a beautiful night. Oh, oh. It's a beautiful life. Come on, sing it. Oh, oh, oh. It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful night. Oh, oh, oh. It's a beautiful life. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Vittoria and Dale. That was amazing. Good morning, Unity on the Bay. So I'd say we're going to take it down a notch, but we're talking about prosperity. My name is Reverend Kimberly Prescott, and I have the complete joy to read today's daily word. So speak with me the affirmation, I am prosperous in all ways. To be prosperous may include financial wealth and possessions, but it is so much more. It includes spiritual wealth and health, as well as joy and satisfaction. Today, I focus on the ways in which I am prosperous, and I realize the many ways I am blessed. I experience prosperity through my material comforts, but I also feel prosperous through the amazing functioning of my physical body and my active mind. I am prosperous through the spiritual bond I have with God and the deep peace it gives me inside. I am grateful for my prosperity and its many manifestations. I give thanks. I am thoroughly blessed and prospered in mind, body, and spirit. Today's daily word is inspired by Isaiah chapter 60, verse 5. Then you shall see and be radiant. Your heart shall thrill and rejoice, because the abundance of the sea shall be brought to you. The wealth of the nations shall come to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Kimberly. And can I just say, isn't it wonderful to have these newly ordained Unity ministers here in the house today? Yeah, very cool. And let's give it out also for women power, because it's a very, and I'm loving that, because women rule the world. So, now, please take a moment to make sure that you've silenced your phones if you haven't done so already, and then join us in singing this song as we prepare for a time of meditation, which will be led by Reverend Angela.
That gives
invite you to close your eyes as we prepare for a time of meditation. Make yourself comfortable in the chair that you're sitting. And let's take a deep breath together. Breathe in, hold it, and breathe out. And just bring your awareness to the movement of the breath, in and out. Allow this breath awareness to anchor you here. Begin to notice your body. And if there is any tension anywhere, just relax. Allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into this state of deep physical relaxation with no concern, no future. Just allow your mind to relax. And as you do, notice how soothing it is to be relaxed, to be present, to experience inner stillness. This is the entry point in which you begin to become aware of your own nature as this divine, powerful being that you are. And so just relax into it. There is this greater power and wisdom within you, knocking at the door of your consciousness right now, offering you to lead your life with grace. No more struggle, no more strife. There is that in you that can go before you to prepare the way. And our job is to turn within, to let go of control, to let go of fear, and to begin to trust. To trust that the place we are is holy ground. To trust that there is a presence in us that is greater than any obstacles, any difficulty. We don't have to move through life alone. Silently repeat to yourself, I am the place where God shows up. There are gifts and talents within me that were placed here by the divine. And my desire is to tap into them and give them expression. To sing the song that was placed in my heart. To be a blessing in this world. And in doing so, we'll fulfill our purpose here on earth. And so I'm going to invite you to spend a few moments in complete silence, rejoicing in the awareness of who you are. The presence of God in you is your source of power, of protection, of abundance. Indeed. And it's all within you here and now. So open your heart in gratitude here right now to realize that you are blessed just as you are. No need to look for it outside of yourself. It is done right here and right now. And so it is.
You can be amazing, you can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast, to be the backlash, somebody's lack of love. Or you can start speaking up. Nothing's gonna hurt you the way the words do when they suddenly your skin. Kept on the inside and no sunlight, sometimes the shadow wins. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. What you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. I just wanna see you.
Thank you so much, Vittoria. That was beautiful. Thank you, Dale. Are we ready to be brave this morning? Yes. Moving to the next chapter of our lives. Today I'm going to be talking about fulfilling our purpose. But before I do, I would like to ask, how many of you believe that you have a reason for being here, that you're not here by accident, that there is a gift within you that when you tap in and share and offer it to other people, you are fulfilling your purpose? Let's see. Yes, amen, okay. How many of you are 100% sure what your purpose is and you're actually taking action in fulfilling your purpose? Raise your hand. Okay, some of you, wonderful. Today we're going to be talking about ways in which we can identify and take actions towards fulfilling our purpose. And if you're already on the path, we're going to see how we can take it to the next level. There's always a higher level to go. But before we talk about fulfilling our purpose, I would like to bring about 2 important points for you to keep in mind. First of all, no matter if you know your purpose, if you don't know your purpose, if you're doing, if you're not doing, that has nothing to do with how worthy you already are. So don't think that you have to fulfill your purpose in order to feel worthy. You are as worthy as you can be, just as you are. So the drive to fulfilling our purpose is so that we can be able to experience more joy and fulfillment in life. Not to be worthy, but to be more joyous. And the second important point is that it's not the will of our higher self that we work very hard on something that we don't like in order to fulfill our purpose. On the contrary, the fulfillment of our purpose has everything to do with us feeling inspired, feeling passionate, feeling enthusiastic, doing something that we like in service to other people. So, before we begin, I'd like to ask, any one of you is familiar with the teachings of Bashar? Raise your hand. Let's see. We got a few more people than this morning. That's great. Okay. Bashar's teaching is a little similar to the teachings of unity, so I'd like to share some of it to see how it can relate. So according to Bashar, our higher self communicates with us energetically. There is a specific frequency, and the frequency of enthusiasm, and the frequency of passion, and the frequency of joy is an indication that we are in alignment with our higher self will for us. So we don't have to figure everything out, we just have to follow the guidance that the higher self gives it to us. So Bashar has like a 5-step formula, but we are going to be focused on the first 3 because I think they are the most important. There it is. So number 1, act on your highest excitement. So the invitation here is for you to begin to identify what is it that you like. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be singing, it could be gardening, it could be creating a music project, it could be walking in nature, it could be meditating, it could be helping other people, it could be serving a community. It doesn't really matter what it is. It's important that we begin to identify what it is and not just sit back and relax, but begin to take action towards it. And I know that some of us think that we need to be responsible. We need to have this 8-hour job doing something that we don't like to pay bills. So we don't have time to do the things that we like because it doesn't provide us with an income. So we push it aside and we don't think it is important. So my invitation for you is to reconsider it and begin to do it just as a hobby. Just do it for the joy of it. It doesn't matter what it is. See, God placed a gift within each one of us, and our greatest joy is in giving expression. So step number 2, Bashar says, just take it as far as you can. Begin to look for opportunities to do things that you like on a weekly basis. And number 3, we do it with no insistence on the outcome. In other words, you don't have to know the whole picture. You don't have to know what following your joy will lead you to. You just do it for doing it, just for the joy of doing it, with no insistence in how the outcome should be. So last month, Reverend Juan shared a quote, and I really like the quote, and I would like to bring the quote back in here. No, they don't have the quote yet, because I think it pertains to this message here. And so what he shared was this, from Howard Thurman. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go and do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. So here it's very important that we begin to look within and inquire within our hearts. So I would like to recommend you this week. This is the prompt for this week. Begin to tap into your heart and ask the question, what is it that makes me come alive? What is it that makes me feel like I want to get up in the morning? I'm so excited that I'm going to do this thing. What is it? And go ahead and do it. About 2 years ago, I was sitting in meditation, and I asked for guidance from my higher self because I was kind of lost. I knew that I had a purpose. I had no idea what it was. So I was sitting asking for guidance, and as I was sitting in meditation, I received this nudging that the time has come for me to follow my passion, but that I needed to be very clear of what that was. You cannot be this wishy-washy thinking, clouded. And so as I sat in meditation and I began to contemplate, I realized that I'm passionate about the spiritual path. I'm passionate about understanding the law of attraction. I'm passionate about the process of awakening and how I can use those tools in my life. And I am passionate about helping other people who are also on the path, because life is much more joyous when we walk the path together. So I received this impromptu, so just go and finish your education. Because I completed my spiritual enrichment education, which is a prerequisite before you become a minister. And I finished about 2016. But I didn't feel like I was good enough or I was qualified to be a minister. Like, who am I? I understand all those things, but I cannot practice it myself when I'm going to teach people something that I'm not doing. So I just pushed it aside. So I received the guidance, go and finish your education. So 2 years, I just received my license to a ministerial school about 2 months ago, and here I am with you. I followed the guidelines and said, go back to school. So it doesn't matter what it is. Whatever is in your heart, and if you receive a guidance, go back to school or go begin to practice those skills that's going to make you better in that which you like. You go ahead and you do it. And I don't know, for those of you who are also here, last month we had a guest speaker called Tama Keeves, and she talked about the importance of trusting our higher self and how our higher self guides us through giving us breadcrumbs. And our job is not to figure everything out, but just to follow the breadcrumbs that are given to us in each moment. And each time we follow our passion, we do things that makes us excited. We are passionate about something, we are actually following the breadcrumbs that are given by our higher self. So inspired in the formula from Bashar, and also through the teachings of unity, when you finish school, they make you study a lot about the lives of the co-founder, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore. So inspired by their lives, and in this formula here, I've created my 3-step formula. Very easy here. Let's sit on the, you can take a picture so you can remember. Very easy to follow. And we're going to see how the co-founders of unity also follow this 3-step, there it is, 3-step formula. Discover makes you come alive. Go into introspection and begin to inquire in your heart. Your heart knows. Begin to ask what makes you come alive. And begin to develop the gifts with commitment. Begin to take action. Begin to practice. You never know which skills and abilities you will develop by following that. And then, here's your purpose. Offer those skills, abilities, and talents in loving service to other people. So, I don't know if you know, but both the co-founders of Unity, Charles Fillmore and Myrtle Fillmore, they were experiencing some very hardship back in the days. She was diagnosed with tuberculosis, only 3 months to live. And for those of you who don't know, that Charles Fillmore, he was a realtor, and there was this real estate market crash back in the late 1800s. And he lost everything, and he was about to become evicted from his property. So it's tough, you know, you have serious issues with the health and financial difficulties. But they fell in love with the New Thought movement. They begin to learn that there is a relation between what's going on in here and what's going on out here. They were passionate about it, so much so that they begin to devote time to prayer, meditation, affirmation, denials, and they begin to develop skills and abilities that allowed them to rise above the tribulations of life. So Myrtle Fillmore was able to heal herself. Now, all of a sudden, people from everywhere begin to sort her out, asking for prayer, asking for healing. She was able to heal somebody who was crippled. She was able to heal somebody who had cataracts. Just imagine somebody that can heal you from cataracts without you having to go to the doctor. I mean, that's amazing. So what she do? She developed certain skills, and now she begins to offer them in service to other people. Same thing with Charles Fillmore. He began to, after he was able to lift himself up from the financial difficulty that he was facing, he was able to create this magazine which was supposed to share everything that they have learned with the greater audience. So they were able to fulfill their purpose, and here it is, just a couple 100 years ago. Look at the difference that they made because they followed their passion, they developed their skills, and they offer it to other people. Now, if you want to take it to the next level, higher level, next level, our master teacher Joshua in Scripture, he gives us some hints into what it's like to operate at a higher level and truly fulfill our purpose at a greater degree. Let's see the quote there. According to Scripture, John 5, verse 30, Jesus said, "I can of my own self do nothing." Just think about that. He raised the dead. He healed the sick. He multiplied the loaves and fishes. He was able to turn water into wine. And he said, of my own self, I can do nothing. So when we get to a point in our revolution that we recognize our limitation as humans, I cannot heal, I cannot figure things out, I cannot transform my life by myself, and we are willing to let go of control, there is a sense of relief. It's like, oh my gosh, the responsibility is not on my shoulders. I cannot do it. But he goes on to say in John 14, verse 10, the Father that dwelleth in me, he doeth the works. In other words, when we become humble enough to recognize, I cannot do it, but that there is something in me that can, the Father within is just another way of saying our higher self, Christ consciousness, Buddha nature, Emmanuel, the Tao. It doesn't matter what it is. It's the recognition that there's that within ourselves that can do the work for us. So we are not the doer. So there is no struggling and striving and trying to figure things out. There is something within us that will do the work for us. Now, some of us may be thinking, like, who am I to make a difference? I don't have the same connection that Jesus had with the Father within. I don't have an education. I don't have a lot of money in the bank. I don't even consider myself to be that smart. Who am I to make a difference? And so to answer that question, I'm going to tell you a little story of this man that was walking on the beach one day, right by the shore. And all of a sudden, this huge wave came, and when the wave receded back into the ocean, there were like hundreds of small fishes stranded in the sand. And when he saw that, the fishes were moving around, trying to get back into the ocean, which was basically impossible. So when he saw that, he bent over, he picked up a fish here, he threw it in the ocean, he picked up another fish and threw it in the ocean. And this other man was passing by and turned to him and say, what are you doing? You're just wasting your time. Look at this. There's hundreds and hundreds of fishes. You're never going to be able to throw them all back into the ocean. You're wasting your time. You're not going to make a difference. So he heard that. He bent over. He picked up another fish. He threw the fish in the water. And he said, but I made a difference in that fish's life. So same thing with us. We don't know. When we begin to share our gifts, when we begin to go out of our way to bless other people, we do not know the impact that we will have one person at a time. Right? It's not about the number, it's about you share your gifts and let the result take care of itself. And also, Jesus said it wasn't him that did the work, so it doesn't matter if you have a degree, it doesn't matter if you have a lot of money in the bank, it doesn't even matter if you think you're smart or not. There is something within you that can rise up and do the work on your behalf. It can heal, it can support, it can teach, it can inspire, and it can transform through you. So we're going to bring this message to a conclusion here with the quote from Mahatma Gandhi. And here it is. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in service of others. And so this week, as we begin to do an introspection and begin to ask your heart, what is it that I like? What is it that I am passionate about? If by any chance you realize that I am passionate about helping an organization whose mission is to serve as a catalyst for spiritual awakening to other people, I'm going to invite you to become an active participant of the next chapter of Unity on the Bay. We would love for you to share your gifts and your talents here. So please take a look at our website for volunteer opportunities. I would love for you to share your gifts, and together we can make a difference in the world. Thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate you being here.
I'm gonna take you to a place I've never been before, yeah. It's a beautiful life. I'm gonna take you in my arms and fly away with you tonight, yeah. Alright, it's a beautiful life, yeah. Alright, it's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life, oh, oh, oh. It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life, oh, oh, oh. It's a beautiful life.
Amen. Yes, it is a beautiful life. And can we start with a very resounding round of applause for Reverend Angela? You did it! Woo! It was beautiful. Thank you so much for that wonderful message, and thank you for that throwback to the 90s music ministry. I really appreciate a lot of what you said today, and especially the part that said, don't worry about finances, just do what you like. But then I realized what we need to do is make space and focus on making time for our passion. And that made a lot more sense to me. In first service, I was like, wait, just give up all of it. We still got to pay for things. But making the time for what we are passionate about is what we need to do to reach our highest power, and doing it to our fullest and making sure not to have expectations of the outcome. And it's really freeing to remember that and to know that through our Unity teachings, we have the guidance to do that. And we are, through doing that, fulfilling our good, fulfilling our God, and sharing that with others. And I think that's such a really nice thing to go into the week remembering. So thank you for that, being stewards to our community. And with that, it's time for our gratitude opportunity. One of the most powerful ways to express gratitude is through generosity. When something nourishes us and supports us, there is a natural desire to give back. Don't hold back. Your spiritual community is made possible through giving. Think about what you've received: the message, a prayer, a friendship, a moment of healing, or simply the reminder that you are not alone. Give from that place and allow your generosity to be a blessing for others. And speaking of being a blessing, we're going to continue to help the people of Colombia in our hearts and prayers. Earlier this week, we did announce on our app that we are going to be extending prayers, and putting those prayers into action by donating a portion of today's tithes and offerings to the earthquake relief efforts of Colombia. And Reverend Kimberly is back there with her book, which we are so grateful to have you here and signing those. And she is committed to a portion of the sales of her book today will also be donated to the earthquake relief funds for Colombia. So thank you for that. And so the text giving information is on the screen for you now. If you're home, you can also follow the instructions on the screen, or you can give through our Unity app or on our website. If you're in the room with us, just go ahead and raise your hand if you need an envelope, and one of our wonderful ushers will provide that to you. And I'll give you a few moments in sacred silence to give in gratitude this morning. We thank you so much for your gift, and together, let's bless those gifts as we say, divine love that I am blesses all that I give and all that I receive. And let's go ahead and bless our youth and teens and kids as well. Let's rub our hands together for those kids in the kid zone, the youth zone, who are at home, who are here with us. Together we say, beloved youth, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, we behold the Christ in you, and we see you doing great things. Amen. And prayer chaplains, come on up. After we conclude today, you are invited to find a prayer chaplain. They will be here in the front to pray with you. They're wearing purple name tags, so you know how to identify them. And we also invite you, if you are called, to leave a prayer intention at the prayer table on your way out. And good news, if you're watching online, you are welcome to pray with one of our prayer chaplains via Zoom. Just follow the instructions down below or use that QR code in the chat. And now, Reverend Angela, can you please come up to share with us what our work is for the week and what we have to look forward to ahead?
All right, the work for the week is listen to your heart. There is a song there that has been placed by God. It's time to turn within, listen to it, and give expression to the word. Reverend Juan is going to be back with us next week, and the name of the topic of his talk will be Speak Truth, which is about getting ready to firm up the power of your word. Join us for a message about the bedrock of trust, keeping your word, and living with integrity. We will explore the electrifying power of a life built on unshakable truth. Imagine the relationships you can build, doors that open, and the confidence that surges when your yes means yes and your no means no. Also, as she mentioned, Reverend Kimberly Prescott's going to be at a table over there at the end. She just wrote this beautiful book called Knowingness. I would like for you to stop by and check it out, perhaps buy a copy. And I'll invite you to stand up and speak the prayer of protection with me, followed by the peace song. The light of God surrounds us. We are light. The love of God enfolds us. We are love. The power of God protects us. We are power. The presence of God watches over us. We are presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. We are divine.
On earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all of me. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony.
when you try with no success. Slow it down, bless this mess. When you seek what you can't buy, and you feel that the best has passed you by, when the word is not a yes,